In this series of videos we're going to learn PHP, the language. We're probably going to compare it with Python so that you've got a good grasp of a couple of languages. So the first thing I want you to do is find your own area. So mine is Wilkinson KE. I'm going to the web and I want you to create a new folder inside here called PHP. And we're going to save all of our work in here initially. So let's start up Notepad++, and I'm going to close down any files that we've already used. Okay, so I've got a new file. Now PHP is, if you looked at the languages section and did the research online, you'll know that it is a web-based language and it works on the server. Now server and client are terms that you will have to get used to over the duration of this course. They're quite difficult without pictures and a lot of experience to get into your mind. But the server really is a machine that you're not in control of. You don't have, it's not the one you're sitting at. You're sending information away so that it can be processed and served back to you. So I'll try and explain that as we go along. But first of all, what is PHP? First thing I'm going to do is create a new file, and I'm going to do a very, very basic web page. I'm not going to use any of the sort of commands that we've used previously to make it work on a phone or to think about the character set. I'm just going to do a very basic page for demonstration purposes only. So I just need a head and I need a body. There we go. I'm going to put a title in, and my title is going to be hello. So this is my first page, and this one is going to be HTML, a web page itself. So I'm going to save that in that new folder that I've just created. So if we find that new folder, PHP, I'm going to call this hello.html. And what I'm going to do is create this file and create a PHP file, and we're going to compare them. So in the body, I am going to quickly just do a paragraph and write the word hello. For my web page, and I'm going to save that. Now I'm going to do a PHP page, so it's going to be hello.php. So I'm going to choose File and New, and to save me a lot of typing, I am going to copy all of this, edit and copy, paste it into my new file, and I'm going to choose File and Save As, and instead of hello.html, I'm going to type hello.php. So there are two different kinds of file, and instead of this paragraph, hello, and end paragraph, I'm going to write some PHP commands. And a PHP command starts with an angled bracket, question mark, and then PHP. And then I'm going to give it a couple of spaces and then a question mark and an end. So that is my PHP file or PHP commands, and I'm going to type echo and then in quote marks hello, and at the very end of the line I'm going to put a semicolon and save that work. Now I've got two files which for all intents and purposes are identical. So let's see that. Let's go and get my web page up. So HTTP /web server. There we go. I'm going to change that DB to PHP, but because I haven't called either one of them index, I've got to actually use the file name this time. So I'm going to look at this one first, hello.html. So I'm going to type that, hello.html, and it puts hello on the screen. The next one I'm going to look at is my hello.php. So I'm going to change the file extension to PHP, click on that, and lo and behold, we have exactly the same response. So really, there is no difference between these two files. Unfortunately, there is a vast difference, and what I'm going to do is go to the file manager and go into my PHP folder where I save them, and I'm actually going to double click on these files. So I'm going to double click on hello.html. Now what I'm doing, because I've gone to the file manager and I'm clicking on them, this is called client side, so I'm opening them up in the client. So double click on that, and what I want you to see is, well, that seems to have crashed my computer. There we go. Well, that's given it a lot of problems. See what I've got behind it. There we go. So it's given me a different address. It's given me W, intake 2017, 17 Wilkinson KE, web, PHP, hello.html, and it's produced the file. And if I do exactly the same with the PHP file and double click on that, you'll notice the difference, hopefully. There we go. So this time it's given me W intake 2017 Wilkinson KE web PHP, hello.php is the address, but it hasn't written hello, it has written all of the code that I wrote. So these two pages are kind of different. So when I did the web server version, it printed the word hello. However, when I did it on the client side and double clicked on the file, instead of give it the address, it gave me the code. So that's the first difference between the two files, hello.html, which will just produce hello. There we go. I've got hello in both of those, and on this one I've got all of the code. So if I see the word file, it says you are viewing a local file or shared file, that is on the client. However, if I see not secure or secure, I am actually using a server to serve up the page. And the way to use the server is by typing in the address up here and not double clicking on the file. So in the next video we'll take a little bit of a more in-depth look at this and see what's going on.